Hello everyone. Today we'll talk about pelvic inflammatory disease. It is the first session on this condition. Let's first see what is it. It is inflammation of upper genital tract including fallopian tubes and ovaries. Female genital tract has two parts, upper and lower. Upper genital tract includes uterus, fallopian tubes, ovaries, pelvic cellular tissues and pelvic peritoneum, whereas the lower part of the genital tract includes cervix up to the internal os, vagina, vulva and urethra, right? So inflammation of the upper genital tract is called PID, that is pelvic inflammatory disease. What is its etiology? Ascending infection to female genital tract is the most common cause of PID. Normally, ascending infection is prevented by various factors. So, infection does not ascend, does not enter genital tract easily, right? Now, what factors prevent the infection usually? Several natural barriers prevent ascent of pathogenic organisms from the vagina to the fallopian tubes. One of such barrier is intact hymen. So, when a virginal girl presents with PID, it is usually tubercular in origin. So that you should keep in mind, right? Acidity of vagina inhibits. Please find a spelling correction. It is inhibits the growth of vagina. Cervical canal has a relatively small lumen which is normally filled with a plug of alkaline mucus. So organisms can't ascend. Alkaline mucus is not favoring the ascent of the organisms. So it is difficult. Ciliary movement in uterus and cervical canal is directed downwards and discourages the spread of non-motile organisms to the cavity of the uterus. Increase in vaginal pH makes the genital tract more prone to infection, right? So earlier we talked about the factors which prevent the infection usually, but acidity of the vaginal pH is more prone to get this PID. Intrauterine manipulations like DNC, that is dilatation and curettage, for evacuation of uterus in abortion, manual removal of the placenta favor the entry and spread of pathogenic organisms, because when the aseptic precautions are not maintained, the organisms may ascend and affect the internal genital tract, or you can say the deeper genital tract. IUCD, that is intrauterine contraceptive device, it is also a source of infection, especially when introduced without aseptic condition. So without maintaining the aseptic precautions, when the IUCD is inserted, it may also lead to PID. Now in particular, what conditions lead to PID? Causative factors. First is STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. This is the common cause of PID. Mostly the causative organisms are gonococcal and chlamydia. Gonococci travel up the genital tract along the mucous membrane, reaching the fallopian tubes, causing salpingo-ophoritis. Salpingo-ophoritis is inflammation of fallopian tubes and ovaries, right? So the gonococci will reach the fallopian tube and cause salpingo-ophoritis. The organisms may ascend the genital tract with the motile sperms. So usually when the ascent of the organism is not easy, how these organisms reach the fallopian tubes? Through the motile sperms. So the women whose husband is azoospermic, who does not have sperms in the semen, don't suffer from gonococcal inflammatory disease. So history of the husband is also very important, right? Whenever the husband of any woman is suffering from the azoospermia, that woman will not develop PID due to gonococcal infection usually, right? So these again you should keep in mind. Chlamydia, the other causative organism, infection remains asymptomatic or produces minimum symptoms. So this infection is unnoticed and untreated. Because the symptoms are less or symptoms are not there, it is not detected earlier and that's why it remains untreated. But it causes more damage to the fallopian tube than gonorrhea. So even though it is asymptomatic, it produces more damage. Other organisms that cause PID are mycoplasmas, tubercular bacillus, viruses, aerobes, both gram positive and gram negative, and anaerobes. So aerobic and anaerobic organisms can also lead to PID. In India, home deliveries and criminal abortion may cause PID because home deliveries are conducted always or mostly under septic measures. Aseptic precautions are not taken always. Criminal abortion is illegal abortion, so it is also conducted without maintaining the aseptic precautions. So they will lead to PID usually. DNC, that is dilatation and curettage, as we discussed earlier, it is done following abortion to make the evacuation of uterus complete. Hysterosalpingogram, that is the study of uterus and fallopian tube, or you can say the examination of uterus and fallopian tube. Manual removal of the placenta favor ascending infection and cause PID. IUCD, tuberculosis, pelvic peritonitis due to appendicitis. So these are all the causes of the PID. It's a disease of young women who are sexually and reproductively active. So usually PID is seen among the women who are sexually active and also who are in the childbearing age and have the children also. Frequent change of sex partners. As one of the most common causes of PID is STDs. STDs are more common when the sexual partners are changed or they are frequently changed. Such practice is called promiscuity or promiscuity, where the sex partners are frequently changed. In India, you can say that as it is more common in the women who are changing sex partners frequently, PID is more common among the prostitutes. Also the women who marry more than once, they are also more prone to get PID. Complications of abortions and deliveries also increase the risk of the PID, right? That was all about the etiology, causative factors of the PID. We'll talk about more in the next session. Thank you.